Hi guys, happy Sunday. I hope you're having a great weekend. What I wanted to speak to you about shortly in this video is what the focus is of the next block of training. So we've just come off 4 weeks of focusing on the eccentric phase of the lift. That is where we're lowering with control. So the goal of that portion was to get stronger through that full range of movement and to overload that movement through that phase, because we are actually a lot stronger on the eccentric phase than we are on the concentric, which is why you can lower yourself down with control on a chin up, but you might not be able to pull yourself up just yet where the muscle is shortening. So now we've done that. Now we're going to focus on some pauses in the stretch position of each lift. So what that means is on squat, you'll be pausing in the hole in the bottom position. On bench press, you'll be pausing where the chest is fully on stretch, where the bar is on your chest. And on deadlift, you'll be pausing just off the ground. We're going to do this for 2 weeks, and then we'll go into 2 weeks of taking away all the focus of any pauses, any tempo work, and just focusing on lifting as much weight as we can for 2 weeks before we test. So the reason why we're doing the pauses now is to get stronger in those positions where we are weakest. So generally in a squat, okay, you'll miss a squat if you're going, let's say, for a 1 RM, just as you come out of the bottom position. If you miss a bench press, you'll miss it just as you come off the chest. The reason why we do these pauses then is to make sure that you learn to accelerate through that sticking point of the movement. Okay, once we've done that and we've had the 4 weeks of eccentric movement under our belt, when we just go to no focus on the eccentric and just moving as we need to down and then straight back up, you're going to be a lot stronger. So I'm really looking forward to testing this time around. We've had a really good block. But that's mostly the goal of the next block moving forward. In terms of your lifts themselves, Tuesday becomes another bench press day as well as Friday. So Tuesday will be the lower reps and Friday will be a higher reps volume day with no tempo per se and no pauses. We're starting off with sets of 4 in week 1 with your pauses, and then we add some load, okay, for same reps, and then we take away those pauses for the week 3, week 4 before we test in week 5. So hopefully that makes sense. I always like you to know what the plan is and to know and to really buy into the process, because the more you understand, then the more I feel like you can plan and you can get the most out of it in terms of getting stronger, in terms of providing a stimulus for you to change your body composition in the way that you want. And I've been speaking to a few people lately about their body composition. The most important thing to remember is that training is a stimulus. Okay, so whatever we're doing, whether it's strength training, whether it's more aerobic based stuff, that is a stimulus. Okay, the outcome that you get from that is really dependent on your diet. So if you're trying to put on muscle, you need to make sure that you're eating in surplus, so you're eating a lot more than what you're putting out. That training itself will play the role in that it needs to. If your goal is fat loss, then you need to make sure you're in deficit, so you're eating less than what you're putting out. And remember, there's ways to do that. You can either focus on the eating part, or you can focus on the output part, doing more movement, or ideally you focus on doing both. Hopefully that makes sense. Shoot me any questions if you have any. Looking forward to seeing you this week and starting this new block.